Apparently, the traditional stuff isn't working very well. So they're going to tender. I don't know how that chat goes, but job interviews are apparently happening. Connections are being made. Maybe there's a love connection or two.
Do you roll over after a hookup and say, got any positions? Or hey, let's talk about that marketing director position that I saw open on your site.
Speaking, as we're in this position, I'd like to talk to you about a different kind of position.
Oh, your arse is out the window, boys.
Hide your kids. Lock the doors. You're listening to HR's most dangerous podcast. Chad Sowash and Joel Cheeseman are here to punch the recruiting industry right where it hurts. Complete with breaking news, brash opinion, and loads of snark. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's time for the Chad and Cheese Podcast.
We can barely see the road from the heat coming on. It's the Chad and Cheese Podcast. I'm your co-host, Joel Quiet Piggy Cheeseman.
This is Chad. Give me some of those robots. So what?
And on this episode of HR's Most Dangerous Podcast, who's zooming who? Can you fire me now? And swiping right just might lead to a new job. Let's do this.
At Shaker Recruitment Marketing, our comprehensive services include branding, talent attraction, MarTech, and analytics, empowering you to achieve your recruitment marketing goals. We believe in doing things the right way, delivering the right message through the right activation, achieving the right conversion. For us, business is deeply personal. Our legacy is built on relationships. Together with our people, clients, and partners, we've been shaping the world of talent for over 70 years.
Texas, baby, what's up? We are in the state of McConaughey.
All right.
And that's not a backdrop, kids. That's not a it's the background. It's not a backdrop.
Downtown Dallas. Dallas feels like the Road Warrior without the apocalypse, or like the apocalypse hasn't happened yet. It's just it's like a church as big as Madison Square Garden, next to a Whataburger, next to a shooting range, next to like an abandoned building. Gotta love Texas.
Dude, it's a shock to the system after going to San Francisco, San Diego, and then you come to Dallas. It's a fucking shock to the system. Yeah.
Yeah. California and Texas, very, 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 very different.
Yeah.
Very
oil
different.
and water. Literally. Yeah. Oil and water.
So we're on our last leg of 2025 travel. We're at the RL 100. Any takeaways? It's just good to talk AI all day.
To some
see
extent,
old friends, make some new ones.
Yeah, we've had some amazing speakers. Especially love to hear practitioners get up and obviously give us kind of like their thoughts on different things in the industry, but then also the ones in the crowd. And we've gotten tons of like crowd interaction, which is exactly what these shows are supposed to be. So I just fucking love it, dude. It is awesome. We got to see our buddy Tyler Weeks from Marriott. Yep. He actually went to San Francisco and San Diego with us. Big heavy hitter, that guy. Heavy hitter.
Yep. What I love is obviously you remember the old direct employer meetings in the basement of Treasure Island. That people were like honest, open, transparent about what works, what doesn't, asking thoughtful questions. Yeah. And no one that I know does that anymore. This is one of the few conferences where you can really not worry about getting the hard sell, getting recorded, getting called out. Like it's a really cool environment. Shout out to Jamie and the gang
and you don't have to be a member, right? So you don't have to pay like a membership fee to be associated to it. It's like literally it shows up, in your town and you sign up and you just go.
The only price to pay is David Ralph's stories. You have to listen to David Ralph's endless Irish stories.
So we got to put this out there because this is the funniest story ever. So we're in Oceanside and we're playing pool.
Mm-hmm.
We're at this bar. And I went to the bathroom. Apparently, Dave went to a Rottweiler. This Rottweiler was a foster, and it had 3 legs. Beautiful, beautiful baby dog.
I thought you made up the 3 legs thing.
No,
That's real.
Nope, that's
so
real.
He goes to a tripod Rottweiler. Okay.
He starts petting it, giving a little, ooh, baby dog, that kind of thing. And must have rubbed it kind of weird because the dog kind of like snapped at him and it freaked him the fuck out. So he and a myriad of the women that were with us were in the bathroom fixing this because he got bit, right? So about 15 minutes later, I expect him to come out and it looked like, he's been mauled, like hamburger on the side of his face or something like that. You couldn't even tell it wasn't even a graze, for God's sakes.
It was but a flesh wound. It was but a flesh.
I love Dave Ralph. Dave Ralph.
All right, let's get to shout outs.
Is it time for shout outs?
Yes. Here at the Chad and Cheese Podcast, one thing that we love is obviously you watching, but also like and subscribe.
I'll go ahead and go first. My shout out goes out to Lynyrd Skynyrd and Foreigner. This may not be what you think, Chad. I like a good live show. I like a good rock show. Travel far and wide to hear the music. This is the first ever tour where there are no original members of the bands. Zero. None of the original members. So it's kind of an open discussion. Is this okay? Is this the future?
No.
You gotta at least have the bass player or somebody that's 90 years old. Yeah, it's basically a cover band. So
it's a cover band.
I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. Go see, Lynyrd Skynyrd or whatever. Go see an Oasis. You can enjoy a band, but the bait and switch of you're going to see at least somebody that was in the 1974 rendition of Skynyrd on stage is gone, and I fear this is the future, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know if it's a get off my lawn thing. I don't know if this is the future or what.
Get off my lawn, you no good punk kids.
This is truth in advertising. I mean, they're playing Lynyrd Skynyrd songs, but I can go down to a bar and see that anytime. I mean, it's a fucking cover band. If they aren't real band members, for God's sakes, then it's not Lynyrd Skynyrd or REO Speedwagon.
The free bird is not very free. If no one from the original Skynyrd was on stage.
That hurts.
Sorry.
Okay. My shout out goes to robots, and a Chinese company literally just showcased one of their newest. It looks like kung fu robots. Go ahead and show this. Check it out. It's fucking awesome. Look at it. Boom.
There's a flip. There's some sort of flippy thing, dance move. God, Kevin Bacon would be proud.
Watch him get up. He gets up faster than I do.
Yeah. Shit. He gets up faster than I do. Yeah, 54. I hope it's faster.
Hey, I get up pretty fast. But the Russians, they come back and they are not going to take, second string with their robots. So go ahead and
they're
show their
power,
robot.
Baby. First class power.
That's
Russia,
right.
Russia robot.
That's
Here
right.
we go. It's like my 86-year-old dad going to breakfast.
Point to somebody in the crowd. Point to him. There you go. That's you.
That also looked like my dad going to breakfast.
So if you're not watching on YouTube, kids, the Russian robot looked like it was from the 1970s and literally took a face dive.
The thing is, the Russians aren't dumb. All the smart ones got the hell out of town when the war started. So this is what you're going to get. And when you keep out the immigrants and the smart people, H-1Bs, I don't know. I fear for the American robots at some point. It could get bad.
Careful.
Yeah, that Russian robot should be free. I think that What was its name? Was it Chad?
Was it the Chad?
The Chad was great.
No, because it could have done something. But I guarantee you, those robot developers probably fell out of a window in Moscow somewhere.
Yeah, they were probably disciplined for their efforts. They were not recipients of free stuff, unlike some of our listeners. Chad, let's hear from our friend Stephen about free stuff.
Hi everybody, it's me, Stephen McGrath. I'm here to tell you all about how you can grab some free stuff from chadcheese.com.
Anything to take a shirt off.
Now, you might be wondering why I'm sitting here topless.
The
answer is really simple. Because I've not grabbed my free t-shirt from Erin app at chadcheese.com yet. Let me fix that. Right, that's better. So, I'm sporting a slightly vintage model here, but of course there are new and updated designs every year. And those are super soft, breathable, and some might even say huggable.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what else can you get? Of course, you can get some craft beer. It's not just any regular rubbish beer. That's craft beer brought to you by the data geeks at Aspen Tech Labs. And if you're not into beer too much, then 2 seconds, just go and get that. Then, of course, you can always go for chicken cock, baby. Yeah. 2 bottles of chicken cock from the good old people at Van Hack. Now, you're not going to get any of this stuff unless you go to chadcheese.com/free and try and get yours today.
Today. Gotta talk about Scotland, though, because it's a big thing.
Scotland's having a moment for sure.
They took out Denmark in the qualifier, 4-2. 4-2. Now, the coolest part was they leveled it out at 2-2. Denmark had a double yellow card, so the guy got sent off.
Yep.
Next thing you know, Scotland breaks the tie 3-2, and in last pretty much minutes of the match, old boy is from midfield. The keeper gets sucked out of goal, and old boy throws a shot in from fucking midfield to win 4-2. So fucking awesome.
Welcome to All Things Scottish. Our slogan is, if it's no Scottish, it's crap!
So every Scot we know is going to be incorrigible and just painful to live with for the next, 2 years till they get eliminated, which is going to happen. Denmark's a real team, though. That was good.
Yeah.
That wasn't some Joey Bag of Donuts football team that they were listening. And speaking of football, Chad.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's talk a little fantasy football, sponsored by our friends at Factory Fix. The rankings aren't changing much. Here we go. From first to worst, we got Courtney Napo, Mackenzie Mad Dog Maitland, your boy Joel right here, number 3 spot. Ooh. David Stiefel, he's making that case for a back-to-back champion.
He's trying.
Number 5, Jada Weiler. Stephen McGrath slips a little bit in the rankings to number 6, followed by William Carrington. You're at number 8, Chad. You're moving up from 9 to 8. Good for you. Megan Radigan. Jason
Take
Putnam,
that, Megan Radigan.
Ginger Dodds, and guess who's in last place again? That's right, Jeremy Roberts, who almost beat you. Is that what you told me?
Oh my God, dude! I was supposed to just kill him, right? It's like they take a look at the prediction of the score prior. I was supposed to beat him by 50 points. I think I beat him by maybe 10. I don't know. It was fucking horrible.
Yeah, I shouldn't have won. Jamar Chase, dumbass, spitting on somebody. Got suspended. Anyway, yeah, it's a marathon. It's a marathon, fantasy football. Thanks again to our friends at Factory Fix for supporting our unhealthy addiction. We appreciate you so very much. And with that, should we talk a little topics?
Yes.
Topics!
So Zoom has acquired BrightHire, the AI-powered interview intelligence platform founded back in 2019 and Firing Squad alum, by the way. Here's our friend BrightHire CEO Ben Sesser to tell us more about the acquisition.
Hey, everyone. I'm Ben Sesser, the co-founder and CEO of BrightHire, and Chad and G's asked me if I would share a few words about our big news which is that last week we announced that we've signed a definitive agreement to be acquired by Zoom. This is an incredible milestone for our team and for the TA community. We think it's a step change in delivering on our mission, which is to give everyone the hiring experience they deserve. And I'll share a little bit more about why we're so excited. For us, every great hire starts with a conversation, and millions of those hiring conversations happen on Zoom every day. It's an essential tool for hiring for hundreds of thousands of companies. People just don't realize it. And from day one, our belief at BrightHire was that interviews were the heart of hiring, and purpose-built AI could elevate those really critical conversations and really transform the experience for companies and candidates. And so we view joining forces at Zoom as, really a natural acceleration and a natural fit. We're bringing together our purpose-built, rich, hiring-specific AI and workflows with, a globally used communication and collaboration platform with incredible AI and capabilities, and where hiring already happens. And that's the magic, bringing intelligence and improved workflows to the places that hiring already exists. BrightHire is going to still operate as a standalone brand, standalone platform. Our product, our team, our integrations, our approach, our mission will remain unchanged and will be interoperable across the hiring ecosystem, including other video conferencing platforms. But now we'll have Zoom scale, resources, and world-class technology and technologists behind us, including for AI and security and a lot of other really, really valuable areas. And we'll have deeper integrations across the ecosystem and certainly within the Zoom ecosystem. And so it just brings a tremendous amount of reach and impact to what we can do, and really increases the scale of our ambition. I think this is a real game changer for the TA community specifically. It's very unique for TA teams to get purpose-built.
Okay. Jesus Christ. He's going to take up the entire fucking segment. Come on. Jesus Christ, Ben.
Typical Ben, I said, send me a minute video, and he gave me 2.5. So what are you going to do? But you definitely get the gist. What are your thoughts on this acquisition, Chad?
It makes a hell of a lot of sense. Zoom bought Workvivo about 2 years ago. They were starting to move toward this side of the business. And they really have to look for, more sticky products. And I think BrightHire just makes them a hell of a lot more sticky from a business suite standpoint, right? If you take a look at the actual market itself, Zoom owns the different market shares from the standpoint of estimated market share of anywhere from 45 to 55%, where the next closest is Microsoft Teams at 25%. So what does Zoom have to do to continually try to fend off Microsoft and their business suite, right? They've got to build their own. So this is very interesting. It just makes sense. It's they're a video company already.
Yep.
So it should flow very nicely. I think it's funny that Ben's like, well, we're still going to work with other vendors. They probably won't work with you.
So did Canvas, right? When JobBite.com. Yeah. For a while.
So, it just makes a hell of a lot of sense. It's incredibly simple. Will it be sold separately? That's the big question. Or will this be something that, again, they add as, a new added feature to Zoom to literally try to make that business suite more sticky.
Yeah.
And then try to fend off the Microsofts and the Google Meets and those types of things. So we'll see about this, but I think this is a hell of a smart move from Zoom.
Yeah, it is a hell of a move. And it's always hard to analyze these because it's a big company like Zoom. It's not an ATS buying Paradox or like two similar. So it's a little bit hard to analyze what's going to happen in terms of the brand. Are they going to keep it or not? Certainly, I'd say for a year or so, we'll still have BrightHire. It'll still be a standalone product, but a lot of those I assume features will be built in to Zoom. I have three main thoughts on the Zoom BrightHire deal. Number one is like, if you're a startup and you're going to sell the company, like get in bed as quickly as possible with the potential buyer of your service as possible. So we knew from our relationship with Paradox that they were deep into Workday. Like they were personally, like technology, like they were in there. Like, they knew that was a potential barrier that was going to happen. They were also integrated into others pretty deeply, but they knew Workday was probably a good acquire at the future. And this one, Zoom was an investor in BrightHire, I think in their Series B. So really early on, that marriage was there. They've been dating for a while. So if you're a startup, like figure out who could buy you and like get in bed with them as soon as possible. The second thing is
try your damnedest.
I was trying to think back to when Zoom became cool, the whole COVID period, and Zoom was cool because you could have a cool background. You could either like pixelate the background, blur it, or you could like in Ben's video. That's not cool anymore. Like I don't want to say it's a commodity, but tons of competitors around video. There's not, just because you have a background blur doesn't mean that you stand out. So Zoom has to evolve. This is a commodity, and apparently a ton of interviews are happening on Zoom already. They said it was millions in the press release. So this is a really good sort of just plug and play with what people are doing on Zoom already. Yeah. The stock at the height of COVID was in the 500s. It's now below 100, I think. So they need to juice this stock. It's been sideways for a long time. Wall Street didn't do much. The stock didn't do much on the news of this acquisition. But it does make them stickier as a solution. It makes sure that if you're using Zoom, you're not going to go somewhere else like a HireVue or some other standalone solution. And number three, like this, it's getting beyond transcripts. It's getting beyond, we talked to Hone It a lot, over to like 8 years ago or so. And like it's moving so far beyond just transcribing. Zoom already does transcription. It's about the AI. It's about feeding the LLM. And from that, you can start doing some really cool things around the AI space, which is where I think Zoom is ultimately going. So to me, the three thoughts I have on the Zoom BrightHire is like get in bed early with someone that's going to acquire you. Zoom has to get out of this sort of funk that they have from a stock price perspective and a tech perspective. And number three, this is about AI. This is about LLMs feeding the beast, feeding the content, and then creating features and cool stickiness around that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, whenever you're a startup, you're looking to try to get into as many portfolios as you can, as quick as you can through partnership. And in this case, I mean, whether it's like working with a recruitment ad agency or something of that nature, where they're looking for solutions for the clients, but then you also, like you're talking about, you have to take a look at other larger competitors, even outside of your space, to prospectively partner with them. And as you said, like great example. They did the whole background blurring, or you could have some funky background. You could have your own background. You could do all these different things. Then everybody did it, right? Well, they better get their shit in order quick because they are doing interviews, but they don't really have an interview platform per se. BrightHire is an interview platform. So again, that is a market differentiator from all the other ones that are out there. And again, it is just incredibly smart, I think. For Zoom. And again, their market share, they are the leader from a market share standpoint to be able to not just hold that market share, but to be able to gain and steal possibly from others is the biggest key.
Yeah. The example I thought of was Veritone buying Pando and then buying Broadbean and then creating Veritone Hire. So I wonder if Zoom Hire is coming or something similar. And you look at Workday Go, which is that sort of lower SMB level. So this SMB space is going to be really interesting. A lot of really cool tech and advanced tech is going to be coming into the space, and it'll be fun to talk about. But congrats to Ben and Teddy. We knew those guys when they first started, and it's always nice to see good things happen to good people.
Teddy Chestnut, our favorite country singer.
Teddy Chestnut. I miss the beard, Teddy. Bring the beard back, my man. For the holidays. For the holidays. Do it for the kids. Do it for the kids. We'll be right back, everybody.
So you posted a new job ad. Now you can sit back and wait for the applications to roll in, right? That's why we built JobPixel. Imagine showing candidates why your company is great with real people, real stories, and real culture. With Job Pixel, it's not just another job ad. It's an invitation to something much bigger.
Video gives you a 3 times better response rate. So instead of chasing after candidates, they'll be coming to you.
And with a 34% boost in conversions, candidates aren't just looking, they're applying.
And if you're worried about people clicking away, don't be. Our videos reduce bounce rates by 25%. That means they're watching, they're engaged, and they're interested.
282% more engagement. Yeah, you're going to need a bigger inbox.
Finding the right candidate is tough, but with Job Pixel, it doesn't have to be. Show your company's authentic story, and the candidates will follow.
Let's make recruiting fun again, because honestly, it could use some help.
Do you want to see how Job Pixel can save you time and money while achieving your KPIs? Schedule a demo today.
All right, Chad. Starting in 2026, that's next year, Meta will make AI-driven impact a core part of employee performance reviews, evaluating how workers use AI to boost productivity and results. In 2025, standout AI contributions will still be rewarded, though not formally scored. The move aligns Meta with Microsoft, Google, and Amazon in pushing mandatory AI adoption across big tech. Your thoughts?
Yeah, this is incredibly smart for all of these companies because they are AI companies. You have to eat your own dog food. Not to mention, you also have to have that R&D kind of like mindset within your organization. So you're always trying to take a look at different process methodologies or sales processes or recruiting process or whatever it is that you think you might be able to shortcut with better processes with AI, right? Using chatbots, using agents, those types of things. So I think that is incredibly, incredibly smart. It's definitely the way that these companies need to move forward. And all the other companies that are out there should be moving this way too. Whether you're an AI company or not, your competition is. That's why they're doing this. They're doing this because they know, well, first and foremost, this optics just makes sense. Second, you have to be able to get everybody involved, right? And that's exactly what they're doing. Every company that's out there, whether you're an AI company or not, should be doing this as well. It's incredibly smart. Now, this is from an optimistic standpoint. I think this might be the way that we actually have, guys in the trenches, girls in the trenches, finding different ways to prospectively create new roles within the organization, right? Instead of just killing roles, which is exactly what we're talking about with AI. Now, on the pessimist side of the house, people start jumping in, start creating these wonderful shortcuts within their actual departments. We see headcount go down, right? Possibly. We're going to have to do something. The government's going to have to do something to be able to, as we talk about, layoffs every fucking week, to be able to get a tax base to ensure that we have infrastructure and support nets and those types of things. Because if we don't, all of those individuals, again, this is on the pessimist side, if we aren't creating jobs at the same rate or greater than what we're losing jobs, we are going to be in fucking trouble. So yeah, I think, again, corporate side, you just do what you do. The government should be the watchdog on this. And unfortunately, with this administration, they're not looking to watchdog. They're not looking to watchdog anything, unfortunately, which fucking sucks.
No, Chad the pessimist and the optimist.
60% of the time.
I like that little two-face guy.
Every time.
6, 7. Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
Oh, my kids. Travel, Chad. Travel's driving me crazy.
It'll do it.
This reminds me, you and I are old enough to remember when the .com thing, companies had to nail it into your head. Like everything we do has to be .com, internet related. No more paper, no more, mailing shit. Like everything had to be focused on that. This is similar. Like companies, particularly ones that are AI driven, have to be focused on that from every aspect of the employee experience. Like it or not, this is the future. And by the way, this is no longer just a big tech thing. This is coming for everybody. I think I forget who said it in the RL 100 yesterday, is every job is becoming a tech job. Well, amen. So if you're not in the right headspace to think that way, you're going to be left behind in the workforce of the future. it also underscores that AI is going to watch everything that you do and grade everything that you do
and train.
The days of like hiding out and sort of, putting your head down and escaping rounds of layoffs and not knowing what you do. Like companies are going to know how productive you are, what you're doing. Are you making an impact? How much money you cost the company? Like all these analytics are going to flood into the workforce. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. So just like layoffs, watch what big tech does, and it's coming down. You're going to see like Walmart and Home Depot and all those companies will start this, and it's going to go down to all the others. So if you're not ready for this, you're going to get run over. Might as well get on board now because that train is a bullet train.
And it's really interesting how diverse the thought process is around AI automation, in our space, right? Because we've talked to many companies who are like, oh yeah, we've got to be in it. We've got to be full in it. We've got a mandate from the top, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then we have others that are like, we're going to sit around and wait until this becomes fully baked, right? And I think that we've been able to do that in HR for a very, very long time. I think this is going to be the time in our life when we can't. We're going to have to adapt quickly. And if we don't adapt quickly, then, I fear that many leaders that are out there are going to get the chop. And they're going to get the chop because everybody in the organization, first and foremost, is going to have that responsibility, that accountability to actually focus on new tech and driving, better processes and systems. And it's not just because it's cool and it's best for the bottom line. It's going to be because your competitors are going to beat the living shit out of you if you don't. And if you don't, then you're not going to be hiring. And if you're not going to be hiring and you're not adopting AI, then you're gone.
Yeah. The question I have is how many workers think I'm gone anyway because I'm just training my replacement by overseeing all this AI
it's the truth.
Technology.
It's the truth.
Well, the good news is it's not coming for podcasters, as far as I know.
There is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
All right, Chad, let's go from Facebook to Verizon. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? For those commercials. Verizon.
That was Sprint.
Verizon plans to cut roughly 15,000 jobs of the 100,000 employees in the coming week. Its largest ever round of layoffs, sources familiar with the matter told the Wall Street Journal. The telecommunications company also intends to shift about 200 retail stores to franchise operations, moving these employees off Verizon's payroll. Chad, can you hear me now? What are your thoughts?
It's pretty amazing. I mean, we watch these Goliath organizations like the Ma Bell of old, right? That just they don't move, and they don't innovate. And I really feel like, especially when we're talking about these are infrastructure companies, that's what they are. The telecommunications, all about infrastructure, all about next laying that 6G line, right, or being able to put satellites in space, right? I mean, there's just so much that's happening right now. And my fear with Verizon is that they're going to be doing these cuts. They're focusing heavily on the stock price, right? But they're not focusing on infrastructure. They're not focusing on the future. And again, that's what happens when you get into this uber capitalistic mindset of quarter by quarter. Definitely think of, the EBITDA and the margins and those types of things. But the problem is, if we're not thinking years ahead and what our products are going to be then, or at least trying to plan for that and create the infrastructure, because infrastructure doesn't go in a day, right?
Yep.
How do we actually get there? So I think, again, if that doesn't happen, we're going to see more than just 15,000 jobs gone for Verizon. They have to get on the innovation train, whatever that is. They've got to find it.
Yep.
There might be a wee problem, boys.
So they have a new CEO. The guy was at PayPal before that, so it makes sense that there would be sort of these efficiencies kicking in, and he would make some of these big changes. A lot of the pundits on the street are talking about that the competition is stronger than it's ever been. Whether it's Mint Mobile, your boy Ryan Reynolds, that's a real thing. They can't juice the prices. It used to just be like increase prices. These are essentially the Marlboros of today, right? Just like juice the price up. Where are you going to go? You're not going to get rid of your phone. What I'm not hearing about, and I think it might be unique to this show, is the aspect of this is who buys new phones, Chad?
Boomers and
immigrants. Immigrants come to this country, and they better get a phone pretty damn fast. If they're gonna be part of the system, they need to have a phone. And we're talking about 30 million immigrants typically that come into this country that all become Verizon, AT&T, et cetera, clients. If there are no immigrants, there's no buying phones. There's no new contracts because people like you and me have had the same contract probably for 10 plus years. We're not growth. We're not a growth market. The growth market is people coming into the country. And no one's talking about the impact of immigration on cell phone companies and mobile companies. So I say that we should be talking more about immigrants and their impact on growth in products like cell phones. Immigrants buy cell phones and they're not coming to the country. So that's definitely got to be impacting Verizon.
Well, then we also have to take a look at the longer, the impacts of wages, right? We've talked about how people aren't buying fucking Big Macs anymore. They can't afford to buy Big Macs anymore, right? Yeah. They've got a meal plan because our wages are not keeping up with inflation, while the top half, these motherfuckers are, they're like 1,500 times that of what the people that are actually doing the work are getting paid. Yeah. So I agree 100%. So you take a look at like this multi-layer fucked upness that's actually happening. Immigrants, they need phones, but so do everyday people. And when I'm on Verizon and I see Mint Mobile is only $15 or $25 a month or whatever the fuck it is, and I can cut my bill in half or maybe even more, then that's another one, right?
Sure.
So it's
the growth that is happening is in the Mint Mobiles and what's the one for old people that we should be on?
Oh
Consumer Cellular.
It's like
the Ted Danson. Yeah. If you're over 50.
The Ted Danson plan. Yeah.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
All right, Chad, let's take a quick break. Guys, if you're not following us on YouTube or if you like what you're hearing, please give us a follow at your podcast platform of choice or check us out at youtube.com/@ChadCheese. We'll be right back.
Done. I think we'll cover speed and hiring.
Did somebody say speed? Then buckle up, boys. You're about to learn how to hire fast.
Who is that?
Vetty Betty. From Vetty, the hiring acceleration platform. Come on, man, keep up. What's up, Betty?
Hey, Chad. Vetty makes high compliance hiring easy. Background checks, licensing verifications, and health screenings, all in one place. Real-time updates, no red tape, and no delays. Hiring managers can move fast, stay smooth, and close the deal.
So they just sit back and watch. Hell, I could watch this all day.
That's right. Relax, enjoy the view, and don't lose the hire. It's that simple. With Vetty, it's all taken care of before they can even catch their breath.
Best lesson ever.
Class dismissed, boys. Vetty. Hiring as it should be. Visit vetty.co to learn more.
I'm going to slip on in real quick. Just real quick. This whole Workday Pipedream acquisition that literally just came out, so we didn't get a chance to do too much. Do too much research on it. Again, and I said this in other podcasts, we've given Workday so much shit about not innovating, right? And literally just building things that are gift with purchase. Oh, look, we've got an applicant tracking system. Well, it's shit.
Yeah.
But we have it, right? Well, it feels like they are literally ripping the plumbing out, and they're buying new things to plug in. And Pipedream being one of them, an AI agent creator, which has tons of integrations, those types of things. I mean, for me, watching these big companies, Zoom, Workday, make some big fucking moves, I love it. I just love it.
I love it too. I mean, it's time to shop. I mean, Workday has stock. They have money. If you have money, it's TJ Maxx for a lot of these companies. And hat off to Workday. I don't know how much of it'll work, but you can't, you always miss 100% of the shots you never take, right?
Yeah.
And if you're SAP, SAP took a big swing with smart recruiters, but Workday is showing people how it's done, and they're headed to the mall and they are shopping. And I'd like to see more companies do it. Shout out to Zoom as well, but I think you'll see more of that in the future, just because the deals are there to be made. Period.
Yeah, we'll see more of this. I want to see where UKG goes next. I mean, there's obviously the Oracles. I mean, so there's some big moves that have already been made in our space. The question is, what are the next big moves? Or Workday just keeps making these moves and keeps gobbling things up while some of their competitors are sitting and watching. This is going to be interesting to watch.
Workday is hungry, baby. Workday is hungry. It's hungry hippos at Workday. And it's hungry hippos at LinkedIn. Probably with LinkedIn flooded and the job market tough, Chad. Job seekers are using dating apps. That's right. I said dating apps like Tinder and Bumble to do their networking and job search for them. A resume builder survey shows 22% have tried it and 80% of them landed interviews or meetings. Expert call it, quote, weird but effective. What do you call it, Chad?
I call it not trying to put everybody in the same fucking silo. And it was funny. I was actually talking to an employer yesterday about not this specifically, but it was something like this, where they were like, look, we need to go to community colleges and we need to go to, we need to train the kids on LinkedIn and how to use LinkedIn.
Sure.
And I'm like, no, they have their own way of doing things. They have their own social media. They have so what you need to do is you need to adapt to the market. The thing that really fucking pisses me off is all these motherfuckers are like, well, the market has to adapt to us. Apparently not. If you want to get these motherfuckers, then you have to adapt to the market. And TA, talent acquisition and HR, has always been a set it and forget it kind of industry, right? Mm-hmm. So we set Indeed and we set LinkedIn in there and we're like, oh, that's all we're going to use. That's not how you win. Uh-huh. You can't win that way. Do I think that being a quote unquote professional network, that's what we call it, right? That's what we grew up with. Uh-huh. Do I think they should be on it? I think it would be helpful, but I'm not going to move a fucking market, and neither are any of these companies.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
But a dating app? That's another one.
I'm Joel. I enjoy poetry readings, long walks on the beach, pina coladas in Cabo, and I'm looking for a marketing job with a 6-figure salary. Look, Chad, desperate times lead to desperate measures. And we've gotten our share of stories about people calling companies and saying, yeah, I'm calling to schedule my interview. What? And it works. Like, people are they're getting out of the box, right? They're getting out of the traditional stuff. And apparently the traditional stuff isn't working very well. So they're going to Tinder. I don't know how that chat goes, but job interviews are apparently happening. Connections are being made. And maybe there's a love connection or two in the offing.
Do you roll over after a hookup and say, "Got any positions?" Or hey, let's talk about that marketing director position that I saw open on your site.
Speaking as we're in this position, I'd like to talk to you about a different kind of position. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the conversation that's going on.
That would take all the fire out of that night. Let me tell you. What?
Chad, let's get to a dad joke.
Okay.
What do you call a singing computer? What do you call a singing computer?
Ooh. I don't know.
Adele.
Yeah. That was good. That was very good.
I knew you'd like that. We out.
We out.
Thank you for listening to, what's it called? A podcast. The chat. The cheese. Brilliant. They talk about recruiting. They talk about technology. But most of all, they talk about nothing. Just a lot of shout-outs of people you don't even know. And yet you're listening. It's incredible. And not one word about cheese. Not one. Cheddar. Blue. Nacho. Pepper jack. Swiss. So many cheeses and not one word. So weird. Anywho, be sure to subscribe today on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. That way you won't miss an episode. And while you're at it, visit www.chatcheese.com. Just don't expect to find any recipes for grilled cheese. It's so weird. We out!